Join us today on the channel for the first part of our Blood on the Water Carnival campaign, Patricians versus the Strigoi. Welcome back to the channel. You're here with me, Alex.
And me, Dan.
And we're here for a game of Carnevale.
Absolutely, yes.
Or Carnevale. We should probably settle on the pronunciation, but we'll do that later. Yeah, really excited to play this. You've played a single game?
I have, yes.
Yeah, which you enjoyed enough to then go and paint 400 odd ducats of Patricians?
Yep, so hoping they work out well on the table.
Yep.
Should do.
And this is my third game on the channel with my Strigoi. We're doing part one of a campaign. So we are playing the Blood on the Water campaign from the Blood on the Water book, which is Patricians versus somebody, isn't it?
I think it's originally fluffed as being the guild,
yep.
But we're mixing up the background a little bit to face off against your Strigoi.
Yeah, should be a really good time. We will run through the lists in just a second.
Okay.
So what have you got?
I've bought my Patricians gang. So heading up this merry band, I've got a noble admiral. She's quite a shooty hero, so she's got 2 pistols. She can either give you both barrels as the first action of her turn, or fire one and then move and fire the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty good at that. And being a Patrician's character is generally a bit superior. I've then got some adventuring nobles that she's brought out with her, first of whom is literally an adventuring noble, who's got a variety of doodads and whatsits to allow him to cast some wild magic.
Yep.
I've got a foreign dignitary. Her gimmick is that she lets other councillors recharge command points.
Oh, okay.
Which is quite potent.
Concerning.
I've got a wayfinder who can help me do some planning and also boosts nearby shooting units. See where I'm going with this. Mm-hmm. And I've got 2 noble seafarers. They're a henchman. They've got a pretty potent shotgun and they've got a dive knife. So the one aquatic weapon available to Patricians.
Okay.
I've also then got a few pirates because she's recruited some Ottomans on her travels as a privateer. The cannoneer, who's newly revamped at the latest balance pass, fires a short-range blast of grape shot.
Right.
I've then got an archer, pirate, and a rigger. So the archer, unsurprisingly, shoots, the pirate chops things up with a sword, and the rigger can jump around on rooftops and never takes falling damage.
Oh, nice, very good. Which we have quite a few rooftops. There's quite a vertical border set up. And that is 150 ducats?
That is 150 on the nose.
No gear then?
No gear.
Okay. So for this mission, we'll go for the mission in a moment, but the defender, as the Patricians, makes a 150 ducat list. The attacker has to make 3 lists divided as equally as possible. So I've got 3 individual gangs. Once the game actually starts, though, they all work as one gang. But it did make it a bit interesting to try and make them work.
I think they get 3 separate activations.
What, in a row? Huh. We'll have a look in a minute, because that might be very powerful if so. But yeah, so only one of them has to have a leader, but other than that, they have to meet the requirements. So I can't have more heroes than henchmen per mini 50 ducat gang. So my first gang is the one with my leader in it. So we have the noble Strigoi. She is pretty fast, quite fighty. She is only wearing a dress, so she's not that well armoured. Her gimmick is that she can increase everyone's vampiric attack for a command point. And if you spend a command point within range of her, I think it's 6 inches, roll a dice. On a 7+, it costs you 2 command points rather than 1. Ooh. She disrupts your command network. If you couldn't afford it, I think you still pay just 1 if you only have 1 command point left. So that's my leader. In the same mini gang as her, I've got I put some models in the wrong gangs, but I've got a Strigoi, which I'm probably mispronouncing, which is a big man bat. He is very fast. He can obviously fly, so he can move around the board very agilely. I think he's got expert defense as well, so he hits quite hard, and obviously he'll hopefully be coming from above, so going straight through your protection rolls. But he is wearing literally nothing, so he's protection 1. So if you shoot him, he will die. And then I think I have put them in the wrong gang. I've then also got a thrall with a crossbow with them as well, who I can eat. If I take a bite out of a thrall with a vampire, the thrall loses 4 life, and the vampire gets 1 additional action, which is quite good. In my next gang, yes, you should be, there we go, now it's starting to make sense. In my next gang, this has no leader, but I do have a hulking Moroi. This is a proxy. Normally the model is a big shirtless man, but I've swapped him out for the...
Much better dressed.
Much better dressed, much more on-brand big vampire with a knife, but he is an absolute brute in melee. I think he's 4 attacks and first strike 2. So with Frenzy, that could be 8 attacks.
Yeah, and similarly low protection though.
Yes, exactly. Again, protection 1. So lots of health, but no armor. Accompanying him, we have got a Nosferatu, who is my other source of command points, and his gimmick is he can spend a command point to teleport a vampire within an inch of him, which can be himself, up to 8 inches. So I can just pick a vampire up and put them somewhere else, which makes up for his very low movement of 3.
Does he need to be standing next to a wall when he does that?
No.
Or is it just... it's
just a teleport.
Oh, that's quite spicy.
And again, he's my other source of command points as well. And then for my other 2 henchmen, I've got a common Strigoi, who's my normal line fighter, just a bit like Patricians, a bit better than your average person, because she's a vampire. And we have a newborn Strigoi, who is not very good, but he is cheap. Need to try and make the points work. The last gang is my marine force. So we have got 2 aquatic Strigoi, who are water creature vampires, which is really quite good. We've got a ferryman, who's brought along his gondola, and we have a thrall with a club.
So the Wetworks team.
Yes. The fun thing about the ferryman is that if he moves the gondola, any water creature in base contact with the gondola is moved along with it. So the aquatic Strigoi don't go in the gondola, they just hang onto the side as he propels them forward, and then they move. So quite a bit of reach. And to make the points work, I then had a few bits of gear. So on the first gang, they've got climbing tools. On the aquatic team, the wetwork team, we've got a gondola, obviously. And I have a bottled courage for the middle team as well, which lets me reroll single dice. So it does come to 150 on the nose, but it took a bit of wiggling to make it work. That's the list.
That's the list.
Shall we get set up and go through this mission?
Absolutely.
Okay. Right, we are deployed for mission 1 of this campaign, which is the Crimson Carnival. So, Dan, what are we doing? What's the story behind this mission?
So the Patricians have, well, the Admiral Elisabetta has returned from her adventurers and mercenary privateering with a whole host of mercenaries in tow, and is using her newfound wealth and her influence to enforce a bit of order, a bit of throwing a rate around in the Venetian scene.
Because Venice has gone to the dogs a bit, hasn't it, while you've been away?
Venice is, yes. I mean, they've let all sorts in.
Yes.
Just not what I'm accustomed to. So what we're doing, we're having a sweep of the area, we've found some troublemakers, and we're trying to cull them, put them down. So we've set up a cordon, and I imagine there's a whole bunch of other mercenaries driving you this way, and your forces are desperately trying to break through my cordon and escape so they can carry on with whatever misdemeanours that they're up to.
Yes, yeah, exactly that. So my vampires they've moved into Venice in your absence and have set up shop here as the new nobility in town. So quite affronted when you turned up in your ships and said, actually, this is ours.
Excuse me, who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? Do you know, how old are you again? I predate your entire dynasty. So we have taken offence, but yes, the objective for now is to escape, so to get our nobility out of here. If the thralls don't make it, I don't especially care, but the nobility need to at least escape and then come back in the second scenario. So, the actual victory conditions.
Yes, you get 2 victory points for each of your characters who escapes off my table edge.
Yes, or well, specifically, I need to end the turn within 8 inches of your table edge, not in base contact with you. And then if I do, the model's removed, I score 2 victory points. And you score, was it 1 per?
1 for each of your characters who I managed to kill.
Very good. You also have 3 agendas.
I do. What teach?
Yep. So we've got Bully, which is to grapple an enemy character into base contact with a friendly character. I think you said you're not much of a fan of that one.
I might be planning that one out.
Yep. Get them wet. Grapple 2 enemy characters into the canal. which is quite doable, and a Venetian Sniper, which is play Patricians.
Well, yes, I get quite a good gun line, so
Yes.
that one hopefully should be quite doable.
Yeah, I get no agendas, so my only victory conditions are escape. But we have had a look, and it does appear, because I'm playing 3 gangs, and it says the defender always loses initiative, it's going to go me, 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 and then Dan gets to go. But the other side of that is my deployment. So one of my gangs had to deploy within 3 inches of the centre line. So I've got my hulking Strigoi, his Nosferatu buddy, the common Strigoi, and the newborn there. And the other 2 gangs have to deploy within 6 of my board edge, one on one side, one on the other. So the noble, her man-bat friend, and her snack have deployed there on the boathouse, and the ferryman and thrall have deployed on the gondola with some ominous ripples next to them. What have you done for your deployment, Dan?
I've set up a nice little firing line on the bridge here, the Wayfinder in the middle, so boosting the range of people around him.
Yep.
My Admiral very confidently standing atop a pile of boxes where she gets a really good vantage point to shoot things, and then a few bodyguards scattered around her. I also get 5 explosive barrels.
Oh, yes.
So I've put 1 on the steps here just to help deter people from rushing up these steps and trying to attack me.
Yep.
1 in the water here. I'm expecting that to be the path the gondola takes. 2 here, because I think this might be a route for your more land-bound vampires, and then 1 over here.
Yeah. Any of the other barrels, the ones that are, let's say, sunken in the water, or the tiny ones, they're just cosmetic. They don't explode.
They don't explode. I might shoot them anyway.
You could. That's the point. They don't have black powder. The actual gunpowder barrels, weirdly, so you can shoot them in the water and detonate them, which is concerning. Right, I think that's everything. It is 7 rounds. I auto win initiative, so we'll be back in a moment. Right, you join us after a first handful of activations. So I've gone with each of my gangs once, and then we're on to Dan in a moment for some violence.
Absolutely.
So the first activation was my newborn Strigoi over here in the middle gang. He tried an easy jump from where he started onto that railing and failed, so he fell off the railing. He then tried another jump onto the barrel, made it, and then got a critical success on his chain jump to dive into the water, giving him a bit of protection. I don't think he's going to live, but he might dictate where your shots go at least. That's the thinking.
Absolutely. I mean, he seems like an easy kill, so I'll try and pick some victory points up for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then he scores me 2 points next turn.
Yeah.
So, on to over here. The first of my aquatic Strigoi tried to dive. I say tried because the fish forgot how to dive and failed, so nothing happened. And then, sticking with the theme here, my noble Strigoi, who started there next to the thrall, tried to jump bravely onto the gondola pole and failed, falling into the water, and then with her other 2 activations, dragged her sorry soaking mess out of the water, hoping nobody saw that. I think none of you guys did. All you heard was a splash and maybe a ah! Dan, what's your...
I do remember in the law that vampires have difficulty crossing running water.
Yes. This is where the myth comes from. It's not actually dangerous, they're just incompetent.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Dan?
So I'm standing up here with a shotgun, and there's someone right underneath me, so I'm going to lean over the railing and pop around into the newborn Strigoi.
Very good. So I am Dex 4.
Your Dex 4, I've got +1 Dex on my weapon, so I'm looking for 5s to hit you.
Okay. In the dice tray.
Yes, I think I'm going to spend a will on this as well.
That makes sense.
5s.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. That's 4 then.
Okay, any bonus damage or penetration modifier?
+2 damage.
Oh, good. Okay, so I'm...
6 damage.
Right, and I'm protection 3. I am in the water, so 4, taking 6 damage, looking for 7s. Oh, I do shrug 3, so I do take 3 damage.
3 damage.
If you could mark up the newborn for me.
Yep.
He starts on 8, so he should be down to 5.
You're doing damage around.
Yes. Ow. You're...
Okay. For my second action,
yes.
I'm going to stand there and laugh at that.
Okay. Cool, fair enough. I will do some more movement. We'll be back in a second. Right, a bit more movement. So, kicking off with my other aquatic Strigoi, he successfully remembered how to swim. So, that one there has a dive token. That costs both his actions. My Striziger wanted to get up on that roof, but couldn't quite do it without a bit of extra enthusiasm. So, he took a bite out of that thrall.
Yum, yum, yum.
So, the thrall's down to 6 health, but that gave the Striziger a 15-inch move, getting him up there with some good cover as well, potentially. And then for my frontline gang, I decided to try a thing here. My common Strigoi hopped over that railing with a climb action, charged the explosive barrel, and then grappled it and lobbed it forward 4 inches onto that boat. So I'm not standing on it anymore, is the thinking.
Excellent.
This is good for you?
Well, I can now row it around, can't I?
Oh god, what have I done? I mean, you're then stood next to it, I suppose. For better or worse.
Yes. Yes, there might be some damage to it.
Right, I think you said you had a reaction to this.
I do, yes. So I'm going to use a counter command
Okay.
Adventuring Noble to have this noble seafarer
Yep.
shoot you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Not going to spend a will point, so I'm looking for, what did we say?
I am Dex 4.
Dex 4, so looking for 5s.
Okay.
1-7. Phew.
Okay, damage.
Damage plus 2, so that's 3 damage.
3 damage. Where have I put my dice? I think I put them over there for some reason. 3 damage, 4 dice.
Yep.
Okay, I crit that, so I soak an additional damage.
Yep.
So I take no damage.
No damage. Okay.
Makes a loud splash, though.
All right.
So that was your counter, and then
That's
your
my counter.
actual activation.
My actual activation is at the start of her turn, her gun reloads, and she's going to spend a will point to try and do that better.
I see. Okay. Makes sense. So 4 dice.
4 dice. 5 square. 2.
2, so I'm taking 4 damage.
4 damage.
I'm on 4 dice. I soak 1, so I take 3 more.
You know, 5 down to 2.
Okay, right. That could be a problem.
Will point from her.
Yes. Have you got many more guns up here? Is that a silly question to ask a Patricians player?
I have a very big gun, and I have 2 pistols, and I have an archer.
Okay.
And for my second action, I'm going to walk down the stairs.
Okay. Right. The question is, can my Nosferatu... No, my Nosferatu cannot see that newborn, so I can't counter-command him and order him to swim out of line of sight. Not yet, anyway. Right, so back to me. So my Nosferatu clambered over the wall here, walked up, and then teleported my common Strigoi with a command point to here. So up in Dan's face, hopefully trying to split his attention a little bit. My ferryman has rowed his gondola twice, and with the dredge ability, he's moved those 2 aquatic Strigoi along with him. So it's gone full 10 inches forward, and they're getting closer. One has a dive token. And lastly, my slightly dilapidated thrall bravely tried to jump, did better than her boss, but still not great. So jumped into the water and then clambered out with her other action. All I've got is my Moroi left, but Dan, you've got one more action before you take the rest of your...
An activation?
Yes.
Yes. So my pirate is going to charge your... whatever that vampire is on this side. I don't like it. It's too close to me.
She's a common Strigoi, which you probably find offensive for multiple reasons.
Oh. Yes, I mean, letting common people that close to the noble admiral is just not on. So yes, I am going to charge.
Very good.
Ha.
So his base should actually slot. Oh, that's fine now. Yeah, he's stable. Right, what's your attack profile like?
Attack profile. I am attack 3.
Okay. And I am Dex 5.
Dex 5. Okay, 5 to hit you. 2 hits.
1 hit.
Oh yes, sorry.
It's all right.
Colour coding on the dice. That's... So 1 hit, 2 damage.
Okay, she is protection 4, I believe.
Sounds about right. Common Strigoi. Protection 3.
3, okay. It's a noble, it's protection 4.
Yep.
Right, I do soak 1, so I take 1 damage.
Okay, you have 10 remaining.
Right.
Okay.
Before you... No, it's actually... carry on. Yep.
I'm going to stab you again.
That makes sense. That's better.
That's better. That's 2 damage. Goes up to 3 with his twin swords.
Okay.
Choppy.
I dodge 1, so I take 2 more damage.
2 more damage. 10 down to 8.
Yes. Then I'm going to counter with that Nosferatu.
Yes.
And he's going to order the...
It's a lot.
Yeah, burning through them rapidly. He's going to... The sensible thing here would be to go this way. The more fun thing would be to try and throw you in the water. So I'm going to try and throw you with the common Strigoi. So she's going to grapple your pirate.
Yep.
You are attack 3.
Yes.
So do you know how opposed rolls work?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I try and get some successes. Each one reduces your dice pool by 1.
Correct. Ooh, is that a 10? That's a 10.
That's a 10, so that's two fewer dice.
Okay, so I'm on only 2 dice then.
Yep.
That is a success, but not a crit, so I throw you 3 inches.
Yep.
And I think I want to throw you... If you can basically pop yourself there for me, if you'll fit.
Yep.
Lovely.
Slosh.
Yes, so that was my counter.
Yep.
Then it goes to my last activation, and I've realised what I could have been doing, rather than clambering over the railing like some sort of slow-moving person, I can just jump on there and chain jump off it. So the Moroi is going to try and jump...
2 inches high, isn't it? You can jump 2 inches up.
Yep. I think a fail wouldn't allow me to chain jump.
Yes. And
So-
a fumble probably impales you on the weight.
Which is very funny. What's his dex?
His dex, the hulking male boy, is surprisingly agile. He's dex 4.
Okay, cool. So, jumping onto the railing, successfully, just.
Yep.
So we're now on the railing, and I want to chain jump as far toward the pirate as I can.
Yep.
That is going to be a success, just.
Yep.
So he's going to go 3 inches forward,
Okay.
and then he'll charge.
Charge.
Yeah,
Okay.
so can you pop him in base contact with me?
Absolutely. Do you want to stay up on the side?
Yes, please. His base should slot under the step.
Yep.
Close enough?
Thereabouts, yes.
That's close enough. Right, what's the profile?
He's quite punchy, isn't he?
He is quite punchy.
4.
Okay, first strike 2.
With first strike 2, yes.
That's 2 additional ones. And what's his vampiric attack?
Vampiric attack 1.
So I'm going to take a damage to add 1, which will keep me at full health and still be plenty of dice. No, let's be aggressive. So I'll take 2 damage,
Okay.
add 2 dice to this pool. Expert defense or anything, or just first strike?
Just first strike.
I mean, that's still pretty good, isn't it? What's your dex?
My dex is 4.
Okay, so I'm hitting you on 4s.
Yep.
Right, that's not amazing. That is... I mean, it's not bad, is it?
And
So
then
that
you
is...
roll one of those because I have parried.
Ah, I see, right. Into a fail. Nice.
Okay.
So 3, and I think it's damage plus 2.
Damage is plus 2, yes.
So 5 damage, no penetration.
5 damage. Well, I'd have ignored it anyway with my universal shield.
Ah, of course, yes. All right, you take 3 damage.
3 damage.
All right, it's not nothing. It's not the massive roll I was hoping for.
That's less than I was expecting from him.
Yeah.
I may have picked him up to be a terrible damage per round monster.
I mean, he should be.
I mean, I'm going to shoot him hard anyway, so...
Yes. And I'm done. So it's now just you. I think I've got my thrall on my boat. Will be my final activation in a second.
Okay.
But what
so,
he's doing is pretty obvious.
You're 4 then. You get all your activations.
Sorry? Oh, of course I do. Yes. Right, the thrall is going to try and row the boat.
Yep.
So he does not have dredge, so this will not move the Strigoi.
Yep.
He is dex 4. So the first one, he is going to move it. I've stolen one of your dice, but that is going to be 1 success.
Yep.
And so it'll go 3 inches, and it'll try again. And it will go a further 5 inches.
8
so
inches.
8 inches. But do I want to sit in that barrel?
Do you want to stay in contact with your Strigoi as well?
Yeah, can you put the gondola for me as far forward as possible while not going on the bomb?
Just going to pop them off for now. So
That's probably
pop
easiest.
them like that.
Yep, that works, and I can then still move both of them. I'll sort them out in a second.
Okay.
On to you for everything else.
Okay, so my Noble Admiral is going to give her an order to get an extra activation.
Yep.
So she's going to have 3 actions. She's going to move 4.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to charge 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to shoot.
I see.
So 8 inches. So around here.
Yep.
And takes a big swing at you with the cannon barrel.
Okay, is it two-handed?
No.
Oh, really?
Have you not seen? She's bicep curling.
Oh, fair point.
with 1 hand.
No, you make a good point. I'm convinced. Okay. I am dex 5.
I am attack 3.
Okay. Oof.
That'll be 3 hits.
Okay, any bonus damage?
Nope.
Okay, so I am protection 3.
Yep.
I do soak 1, so I take 2 damage, but I gain a stun token. So you can
Okay.
pop that on my
2
column.
damage.
Yep.
And a stun.
Because now I am -1 dex, attack, and move.
Okay. And for her second trick, she is going to spend both of her willpower points, and she is going to unleash her cannon.
Okay.
Boom.
Is this going to hit the barrel?
Probably,
Or can you trick shot it? Yeah.
No, I cannot trick shot it. It's firing a blast of grape shot.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a precision.
So it's hitting the barrel. Is it hitting the pirate?
No.
Okay.
I can at least avoid him.
Fair enough. So you roll once
Yep.
and apply the result to everything that's there.
Okay.
I think we are Dex 4 for everyone there.
All right. Yep.
Okay. So
Dex 4 misses.
So three damage
hits.
bonus.
Yep. Damage bonus. Oh, sorry.
What's up?
That was a 3. I'm evasion -1.
-1. Oh, it's easy to hit because
Yes,
it's
just
yeah.
that's right.
This is to whom it may concern.
Yes.
Okay, so 4 hits. Your Dex 4. Oh, the barrel's Dex 4 as well. So
Yep.
damage bonus.
No damage bonus.
Okay, penetration modifier.
-4.
Excellent. So no, say everyone there takes 4 damage,
Yep.
including the barrel. So if you could mark up my Nosferatu and Moroi for me, and then we'll detonate the barrel.
Goes 13,
Oh, we should have healed a hit point back to do some damage.
down to 9, back up to 10.
Thank you. And then the Nosferatu. Oh, and the common. Yes, you're right. Oh dear.
Takes 2.
Oh dear, oh dear.
The Nosferatu, 10 down to 9. No, sorry.
Down to 6.
7. 6.
Yep.
I can maths.
Then the barrel explodes.
Then the barrel explodes.
Because it definitely took at least 2 damage. So you make an attack, which is 4 dice, no modifiers, to everyone in range, which I think is just the pirate.
Pop the template over and just double check that.
Of course. Yeah, just the pirate.
What's the attack?
Attack 4.
Attack 4. Harry isn't going to help him.
So that is 2 damage plus 2, pen minus 2. You don't care about the pen because you have universal shielding. So
Yes.
it's 4 damage.
4 damage. He dodges 1 of that.
So he takes 3 damage.
3 damage.
And the barrel's removed. And I think probably the gondola as well. Do you think the gondola would survive that?
Yes, I think the gondola has had a large quantity of explosives detonated.
Yes, its buoyancy has been reduced.
Yes. So that was my cannoneer.
Okay.
Okay, well that was quite successful.
Yeah.
So, next up, my adventuring noble is starting his activation within 6 inches and line of sight of the common dignitary.
Yep.
So he generates his command point.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Not sure what he wants to do. I think most of the actions are taking place over there, so he's going to use his movement 5 to run this way. It's a bit congested, so he's going to try a chain jump.
Yep. So you pick where you want to go with the first jump. Which I assume is onto one of those railings.
Onto the railing there. And
Yep.
then going that way.
Very good.
Onto the railing. No.
So you do 2 inches toward where you were going, and you don't chain.
Okay.
Okay, looking a little bit embarrassed.
That's fine.
That's his 2 actions.
That's his 2 actions.
It's all still you.
It is still me, yes. So how close to dead is that common Strigoi? That common Strigoi is very close to dead.
Yeah, so she's on 2, and the newborn is also on 2, I believe.
Yep. Oh yeah, we can definitely make you go away. Question is how hard to do it. I think the archer is going to move round to here and blink an arrow at you.
Yep.
Which is within 12, but not within 6.
Okay.
And attack 3.
Dex 4.
There we go. 2.
Yep. So I am protection 2, goes up to 3 in the water.
Protection.
You're shooting the newborn, aren't you?
Newborn. Yes, 2.
So taking 2 damage, and taking 1 damage. I've got 1 health left.
Live. Curse you.
Yes.
Fine. The rigger is going to jump on you and try and knife you.
That makes sense. So you clambering over the railing, or are you jumping on it?
Jumping.
Okay. So 1 jump, you're jumping straight toward me, basically.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. Yes, you make the jump. How far are you falling?
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care at all.
Never take falling.
You literally never take falling damage.
Never take
Excellent. Okay. Put him in base contact.
I can go 4 inches, can't I?
Yep.
Like that. So I'll go over the far side of you.
And then fall on me, knife first.
Fall on your knife first. Yep. I'm only attack 3.
Yep.
I've got 4 will points though. Let's spend one of them.
And I am Dex 4.
Dex 4. That will be 2 damage.
Okay, but pen 5,
Yep.
so that will kill him. That is a dead newborn.
Gotcha.
Alas.
Okay, and then I will use my second action.
Yep.
Swim. Movement 5 goes down to movement 3.
Yep.
So.
Okay, well, he's scary. You've got anyone left?
Yes.
Still got loads to go, actually. You've got your Admiral, haven't you, still?
I do, yes. So my Wayfinder is going next. No, they're not. No, there was a plan. Stick to the plan, Dan. No, let's not stick to the plan. Let's change the plan. Foreign dignitary. Oh, no, you're not within 8. That's a problem.
I can't see any way you could do any creative chaining to get there either.
Not so much. Okay, no, let's stick to the plan then. Back to the original plan. The Noble Admiral, your common Strigoi. How badly can I mess you up? I think I just shoot you with a one barrel.
I mean, I'm stunned as well, so Dex -1.
Yep. So attack 4.
Yep. So you're putting 1 barrel into her.
Just 1 barrel.
Okay.
Yep. So attack 4.
My Dex is 5, which goes down to 4.
Hang on a second. Yeah, no, let's not get fancy. There'll be time for Venetian sniping if I don't want to do a jump over here, risk flubbing it, but not yet.
It would be stylish, but fair enough.
It's stylish, but very silly.
Yes.
So yes, she's starting her activation. She regenerates her command point.
Cool.
So she's back up to full, and she shoots you. Dex 4, you say?
Yep.
So 4's to hit.
That's a problem.
Yep, that'll be 4 then.
So 4 damage, protection 3.
Pen 1.
Protection 2, I think she's dead either way. Yes, she will die.
It is your common Strigoi a goner.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I was hitting you more easily than that as well because you were stunned.
Oh, yes. Well, that's why I was Dex 4 rather than Dex 5.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll put my other barrel into the hulking male line.
Yep. And he's not getting any cover because he's trying to drown someone who's beneath him.
Who do you think's beneath? Excuse me?
The pirate is definitely beneath me.
Yes.
He's not a noble anyway.
So you're Dex 4, aren't you?
Yes.
That's a problem.
Ah.
Good job I've got expert marksman too.
Ah, shucks. That's better.
Go. So that's only 2. 2
Okay.
damage, pen 1.
I am protection 1, so 2 damage.
2 damage. And 2, 8. Let's loosen the top on him. Then the foreign dignitary can go. Yeah, I think it's all happening over this side. So let's. Is that scary man bat over there though? Let's move up here. And I shall take a guard action with her.
Okay.
Does that last until her next activation?
Correct, yeah. So if at any point I move into range of her, you can interrupt an attack before I get to do whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
If I end my move within range.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't until the end of the round.
Which would be pointless.
Rather less useful. And then for my last activation, my Wayfinder
Yep.
is going to use gun laying to boost his next shot.
Okay.
And is then going to walk 18 inches. Yeah, that 12. You can just walk in range, can't you? Yes. So I'll move 4 and walk over here. And then they are going to use a command point to plan.
Yep.
I shall discard bully and I shall draw 3 new agendas.
And pick the one you want to keep.
Pick the one I want to keep.
Okay.
But you probably don't need to do that because watching me read is not terribly exciting.
Okay, so we'll be back in a minute then for round 2. And again, same thing, I'll get 3 activations in a row, and I've got to make the most of. Right, top of round 2. I'm on the back foot, but there is a plan. Getting 3 activations in a row makes it very interesting. You don't usually get that in skirmish games. So, first of all, what did you get for your new agenda?
I got a few. I chose ideas above your station.
Okay.
One of my henchmen has got to try and kill a hero.
Yeah, hero or leader?
Hero or leader. Yes.
Okay, either's good. Right, so my first activation is going to be this thrall here. She is going to move 2 to there, and try to climb up that ledge.
Yep.
She has Dex 4, and she'll make it, so she'll go up onto here. Then she's going to shoot at that Ottoman cannoneer. She is attack 3. She's going to spend her single will point to go up to attack 4. Your Dex is...
Is on the card there. Leave 3. 2.
Where's it gone? Dex 3. So I'm hitting you on 3's penetration 1. Okay, that is going to be 3 damage at pen 1.
Damage. Is she... Defense?
She is protection 2.
Protection 2, so just the fate dice.
Okay, so you take 3 damage.
3 damage.
It's a start, so you're going to be down to 12. Okay, then we're going to go on to... I'll let you mark up your own hit points in a second. That's her done. Next activation in the 3-part plan. The hulking Moroi is going to leap over your pirate. No, I was going to say, can I chain jump off your pirate? No, probably not. Funny though that would be. I'm trying to get up to here, basically.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a life point, because I actually need to make this jump for the plan to work. So I'm going to go up to 5 dice on this jump attempt.
Yep.
And I got an ace, which is not what I needed. I'm going to jump 3 inches. Can you pass me a tape measure, please?
Absolutely.
I don't think that's actually going to get me anywhere useful. Yeah, it's going to get me exactly here.
Splosh.
Splosh indeed. With a 2-inch move... Okay, I can still clamber out of the water to here. You happy with that?
Yep.
Yeah. And I will try and grapple you, but I'm not as far that way as I want it to be. Right, and now I'm going to try and suplex you into the water. So I am attack 4. I don't get first strike, I don't think. I think it is only on combat actions.
So attack 3 as an opposed roll.
Yep. Oh, you gain attack when charging, so I will actually gain 2 additional dice.
I get 2 successes.
Okay, so I go back down to 4. So looking for 7s. Oh, come on now.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's really irritating. Okay, fine. That wasn't what's supposed to happen at all. Fair enough. Here's what it is. On to my last activation. So my thrall is not going to activate, sorry. My aquatic Strigoi with the dive token is going to activate. He's going to take a bite out of that thrall. So now both thralls are down to 6 health. And the one with the club still has his will point. We're then going to swim 8 inches for the dive token.
Yep.
Swim 6 for movement 4 and fast swimmer 2.
Yes.
So I'm going to go up to movement 14. Just that one there.
Just might get you into base to base, but
Does
you've
it
got
not?
2 more actions.
Shucks. Yes. It's really irritating. And you have Brawler as well. I can try and throw you in...
Base.
And a larger base, which will make the grappling hard. Does Brawler give you a bonus to the grappling?
Gives me a bonus to my attack, so I get more dice on the opposed roll.
Oh, shucks.
There's a detailed, intricate plan, and this was not it.
No, based on that, I might just go for your pirate, actually, and change the plan entirely. 8 to there. Oh. 8 to there. Yeah, I can reach by going around. He can go over there. I'm going to do that and try and murder your pirates.
Okay.
So, swimming over to here.
First action, you get in and charge.
Yep. You're protection 3.
I am protection 3.
Dex 4.
Dex 4.
Attack 3.
Attack 3.
I will try to drown you.
Okay.
So this is opposed attack. This will bypass that universal shielding.
Gets 1 success.
So I'm down to 3, I believe. Yes. That is 1, so you take 3 life points.
Okay.
How many have we got to go? 2 left. I'll try and drown you again for my second action. So again, it's opposed. Ooh.
That'll be a crit as well.
You can't crit opposed rolls, but it will drop me down to a single dice. So looking for a 7. There we go. That's a further 3 damage.
Pirate is gone.
Glub, 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 glub.
And you have 1 action left.
Yes, which is going to probably be used to swim somewhere. Where it would be useful to go. I don't really want to be shot, and you've got loads of guns.
I mean, being shot might not be a thing you get much choice about.
Yeah, true. If I curl round to that, yeah, I think that's the best bet. We'll swim round to here and just make sure we're outside a blast radius of that bomb. Which we are. That's him done. Could have gone worse. Could have gone better.
Would have gone very differently.
Yeah. What are you doing for your first activation?
Okay. Decisions. So I think I'm going to change my plan a little.
Okay.
Can you move that noble seafarer along the bridge so she has a clear line of sight to the Nosferatu, but is within 3 of the Wayfinder?
This is the Wayfinder?
It's the Wayfinder.
So to here. And you can then see over the steps.
Yep. To Nosferatu here. So.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, from your head to me, you can see me perfectly.
Okay.
Right.
That'll be a shotgun blast for Nosferatu.
That makes sense.
I'm going to spend... How many will have I got left?
We are... Who is this again? The Wayfinder. Noble Seafarer.
Here.
Thank you. You have 2 will remaining.
Let's spend both of those. I don't like that Nosferatu.
That makes sense.
Teleporting people... Oh, you can't teleport people anymore, can you?
No, I spent my command points, so he's now just some claws.
Okay, I think I'd still like to shoot him, though.
Spending both?
Spending both.
Okay, so out of will.
Yep. Gun laying is still in effect, so you're effectively -1 evasion.
Yep.
So
Dex 4, so down to 3s. Right.
3 hits plus 2 damage. That's 5 damage.
5 damage. Any pen?
Nope.
Okay, we are protection 3. Taking 5 damage. And soaking one of them, so we take 4 damage. I'm down to 2 health. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Done?
Done.
Okay.
Do you know what you want to do next?
Yes, I think so. Do I? Noble could go to here. The plan for that, and all that's left of this group is the Nosferatu. So yes, I think I know what I'm doing. I'm going to start with the Noble.
Yes.
Who is over here, and she's going to jump successfully, acrobatically, onto that gondola.
Says you.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy, like a 4-inch jump.
Okay.
Even 2 aces. She's on 5 dice. She wouldn't screw it up again.
Such confidence.
She screwed it up again. She jumps 3 inches. Come on, lady, please. She will crawl out of the water onto the gondola.
How very dignified.
No one saw. Your attention's all over here. No one saw that. And now she's going to try and row that gondola. Because I think this is slightly faster. I mean, she hasn't chain jumped yet because she hasn't successfully jumped anywhere ever. So...
Do you see that changing?
Yeah, I've rolled all the bad numbers out. Would you say this is an obstacle?
I would.
Yeah. You just want to see me fail jump, don't you? Yeah, she's not going to row the gondola. She's going to try and jump to here and chain jump that way. So, 5 dice. I'd just like 2 aces, please. She gets a 1 ace. She jumps to there. It's her second action. Third action even, because it was jump, crawl out, jump. Good job, girl. Well done. All right, that's her done. On to... what is your threat range here for your guns?
So my Noble is 12-inch range.
Yep.
If the Wayfinder moves up, that'll go up to 18.
Yep.
She can move. She's got 3 actions, so she can move 4 and then shoot twice. But she can't move before shooting with both barrels.
Understood.
The Archer, similarly, range 12. Doesn't have any reload, so if she stands still, she can shoot more.
Okay. Right. I think then we're going to... Here's an idea. Row the gondola and throw the barrel out of the way. Getting close to where we need to be. Yes, that's the plan. Okay, so the ferryman is going to row the boat. He is 4 dice. Rerolling fails for Sculler. So that is going to be moving it 2 plus 2, 4 inches. We'll get the front of the boat to there. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Which does not get him in base contact with that explosive barrel. He gets moved along. And since we're now parked directly on top of that barrel, we're going to row some more. And we're going to spend our will point because we need to get out of here. 5 dice. Reroll those 3 fails into 3 successes, 5 inches. Which should mean we can clear the barrel and get the prow of the boat over to basically there. And then he'll get moved along
Gee.
to here.
You know someone in that area's got a template weapon, don't you?
Oh, God. It's fine. It's fine. Still can't see anyone with it. Nope, she can't see anyone at all. Marvellous. And then Nosferatu is going to... can't teleport anymore. He's movement 3. And there's no easy chain jump across there. So we could fish for a 4-inch jump, dex 4. Charge the cannoneer, lob the cannoneer. If I fail to lob you, then I'm giving you +2 attack for Brawler. Let's give that a go. Alright, he's going to try and jump clear across the canal. So, dex 4.
Yes.
Right, that's 2 aces. That is a 4-inch jump for better or worse. So he gets to the edge, and then we put him square on the train.
Yep.
And there. You're only attack 3, right?
Only attack 3.
Alright, I'm going to charge a cannoneer.
I'm going to attack 5, thanks to Ball, if you charge me.
Yeah, and then 1 for large base, so attack 6.
What's your attack?
3.
Okay.
Possibly 5 with 2 life points, which would kill him, so I can't do that. No, that's a stupid idea. That's an idea. I'm going to charge the barrel. I'm going to die anyway, right? So he will charge this explosive barrel here.
Yes.
He's going to bite the barrel with attack 3. Because
Conventional.
yeah, is this unwise? Maybe.
I'm going to say that I don't think vampiric attack will give you life points back from attacking a barrel.
No, and I will also not survive the explosion anyway.
Probably not.
So I'm going to go up to attack 4 by spending 1 of my 2 remaining life points.
Yep.
Hitting it on 4s. Okay, we do hit the barrel 4 times, which will then detonate the barrel.
Ooh.
So, how we roll for the barrel.
Yep.
I'm dex 4, you're dex 3.
Yes.
So that is going to hurt both of us for 6 damage at pen 2, I think it was.
Yep.
Yep. So I've got protection 3. Even on a crit, no, I'm dead. And you're taking 6 damage, and you are protection 2, pen 2, so you take 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Down to 6 health. Was that a stupid idea? I mean, maybe. It's a funny idea, though.
That was indeed funny. So, I am going to activate the cannoneer next.
Okay.
So, if she moves over here, she's in base to base with Aquatic Strigoi and Walking Railway, isn't she?
Yes. I think you'd have to disengage to do so.
No, if I'm staying in base to base with you.
Oh, good point.
I'm not leaving base to base.
That's a good point. Then, yes, you can do that.
So, I will mosey round.
Yep.
And then I will fire a blast from my cannon.
Marvellous. Do you want me to move her for you?
Let's just check. Will that...
I think you can...
That's going to detonate the barrel behind you as well.
Oh, excellent. I mean, it's not going to hit anyone, but it's going to...
The added pyrotechnics will be... Oh, sorry.
That's all right. It's neoprene mat, so the bottles are fine. If I put myself like that... There we go.
Good. Right.
All right, do your worst.
Unfortunately, she's used all of her will, so she's only attack 5.
Yep. We're looking at...
All of them.
Yeah, we're looking at dex 4 and 5 for the combatants there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Dex 4 and 5. I've got some minus evasion as well, so I think that's going to be 5
So everyone's on
hits.
4, so 5 hits for everyone.
Yes.
And no bonus damage, but pen 4. So no save for anyone there. So everyone there takes, was it 5 damage you said?
5 damage.
Excellent. Right, good. Well, at least I don't figure out which Aquatic Strigoi is which, because they've taken the same damage. No, they haven't. One hasn't had a bite. No, I took a bit of thrall. Ignore me. 5 damage each. So we're down to 7 each on the aquatics.
Yep.
We're going to go down to 1 health on the thrall with the club.
Yep.
Which means I can no longer eat him. I have to have 4 life points remaining to do it.
Okay.
Which is a shame. You're dead. And on the ferryman, he takes 5 as well. That was effective. So he has 6 remaining.
That was quite good.
That was pretty good. And the barrel explodes.
And barrel explodes.
Yes.
Yes. Michael Bay levels of detonations and explosions.
Right.
Do you need a moment to compose yourself?
I do a bit, yeah. Right, after much deliberation, I'm going to try something with my thrall here, who's down to 1 health. So he's going to try and chain jump. There's a theme here. I'm due to make a chain jump. He's going to try and chain jump onto the very prow of the gondola to then land behind the cannoneer. Now, if I make the jump, the ferryman might fall off the boat because someone jumped on it. They're very unstable, you see. But we'll give it a go. So we are Dex 4. Any jump will get me in the right direction. Right, okay, so that is a 3-inch jump. So that's going to put me where I wanted.
Yep.
I'll then roll a dex roll for the ferryman to see if he falls off. He's fine. He keeps his footing.
Absolutely.
And then chain jumping from where I was to the other side of the cannoneer, which I fail.
Oh no!
Which I fail. So he jumps 3 inches forward.
Yep.
And then 2 inches. That is still going to get him where it needed to be, I think. So I'm going to go 3 to here.
Yep.
And then 2 inches. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And then I'm going to clobber you with my stunning spade. I'm going to spend my single will point.
Yep.
And put me up to attack 4. You are Dex 3. And this is not two-handed, so I'm looking for 3s. Okay, that is going to be 3 damage, no modifiers. Oh, very nice. So 1 damage,
yep.
But a stun token.
Okay.
Which will maybe help counteract a few things. And then I'm going to try and disengage. Okay. So you are Dex 2 now.
I am.
It's an opposed roll, so you roll first.
My fake dice.
Oh, I suppose.
Two successes.
Oh dear. Down to 2 dice.
Is that based on? It's based on Dex.
Dex, yeah. Dex or disengage. So I get to move, but you get to attack me first as I try to leave.
So attack 3.
Down to attack 2 because you're stunned.
Up to attack 4 because I've got Faller.
Yeah.
What's your Dex?
It's 4.
That's 1 hit.
Okay. Damage bonus. No. Ooh, oh dear. All right. There's nothing on that, was there?
Just the roof.
Okay. No models near there, though. Right. You have no damage bonus, so I'm on my normal protection of 3 for a thrall. I need to make at least 1, which I do, so I take no damage, but I get a stun token because you hit me with a stun weapon.
Yeah. So we're both stunned.
Yep, and then I move my movement of 3 now, because I'm stunned, away from you. Well, that's a free kill if you want him. That's him done. And then my Strigoi just moved 10 down to here, dropped 3 inches, took 1 damage, but then survived it on the falling roll.
Right.
Your activation.
Yes. My rigger down there is going to charge the barrel.
Okay. How close where do you want to be? You can charge around to the other side of it if you want to be closer to me.
Stay on the side of the barrel closest to the building.
Okay.
And then I'll try and throw the barrel at you.
Okay, so it's just an attack roll.
Attack roll.
You are on your rigger. Your attack 3.
How far do I throw it? Is it 1?
2 plus 1 per ace.
2 plus 1 per ace. So I only need a single success.
Yep, it doesn't oppose it because it's a barrel.
Let's give it a go.
Yep.
I can always lob it again as a second action if I need to.
Yep.
I don't need to. There we go.
So where do you want it to go within 3 inches?
Let's put it about there.
Yeah, makes sense. Right, when you finish that action, I'm going to spend a command point from my noble who can finally see somebody. And she will order the Strigoi to counter. Yep. So Strigoi's going to move up to its room to 5.
Yep.
And I'm going to flap over to here.
Yep.
I think I'm outside blast radius there, but we'll find out in a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take a bite out of you.
Okay.
I am Vampiric Attack 1. I'm currently unharmed, so let's put that up by 2. So I'm going to go down to a really awkward 13 life.
Okay.
And I will be Attack 6 with Expert Defense 2.
Dex 6.
5. See another black d10? There we are. Dex 6.
Yes.
Dex 6.
He does jumping around. He does jumping around real good.
Oh, okay, fine. Certainly for 6s. Rerolling 2 of these. Well, that's pretty good, actually.
Yes.
Well,
Rolling none of them.
yeah, I do 5 damage at pen... Where have we gone? 3.
What's my defense, and do I have universal shielding?
2 and no. So you take 5 damage.
Ouch.
Yes, and I heal a life point. So that'll go back up to a 2.
Right.
But you've got pretty good dex for disengage.
Yes.
What did I say? 5 damage?
5 damage, yes. I did not like that.
No, I can understand why.
I'm going to try and disengage them.
Makes sense. So opposed dex. Your dex 6, though. Oof. I'm only dex 4. Is this worth spending a life point on? Probably not, no. You drop 1 dice. You're on 5.
Okay, I'm on a smaller base, so I believe I gain a dice.
Yes, you do.
So 6 dice.
You got an ace there. Okay. Whew. Which means you just get to move your move. I don't get to attack you.
Okay, I will run over to here, and I'll lob the barrel back at you.
Oh, stop it! Can you charge as part of it? Yeah, you can, because you're basically making a move into base contact with the thing.
And I think I will spend a will on this. Knock the will off. He's not got many wills, so he may as well use it while he's got it.
Yep, this is the rigor, isn't it?
This is the
Yep. 1 ace, so you throw it 3 inches.
Okay. How far is... Yeah, I can get it over the far side of you, so you'll be in the blast, and I won't.
Yep. So to there.
Yep.
Very irritating. Okay, and I'm completely done, so it's all you now.
You've got 1 aquatic.
I do have 1 aquatic Strigoi left, who is going to be my... That was my counter, though, to you, so then it goes back to me. Yes, it is then that aquatic Strigoi.
No, it isn't, because you did the thrall.
Yes, good point.
I get 1 activation. Then
I suppose you can have an activation. All right, fine.
I know. It's upsetting, isn't it?
It's very upsetting. You keep shooting me.
Well, yes, seems like the thing to do. Could you pass me a tape measure, please?
Of course.
Thank you. You are outside of 6.
Ah, shucks.
My Adventuring Noble
Yep.
will issue a counter to my Admiral to shoot you.
Okay.
So 4 attacks.
Bear in mind, she can only ever have 3 actions in total, so she'll only get 2 actions when she activates. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Dex 4.
Okay, I'll re-roll that with my... Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So marksman. That's the wrong end of 4 damage.
Yep, that's going to blow straight through, and pen 1 as well. Yeah, whatever I roll, that's going to be dead. Bang! That's another victory point to you.
No, do not leave. Do not let us go.
Oh, please. And then your actual activation.
My actual activation. I shall go with the Noble Admiral, who is then going to shoot Hulking Strigoi.
Yep. 1 gun or 2 guns?
2 guns. Give him both barrels.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, because then it will be her activation, so her reload refreshes.
Yes.
I see what you did there now. And you've got Venetian Sniper?
I have got Venetian Sniper.
Yep. So that's scored.
Scored. How much health have you got?
I've got 7.
7. Good. So
And protection 0, in effect.
Oh.
Yes.
So I want to be careful not to actually kill you.
You're trying to stage manage doing one of your agendas.
Stage manage, yes. So I need a henchman to kill a hero, and to be blunt, you're running a bit low on heroes.
I am, yeah, you keep killing them at the wrong time, with the wrong thing.
Anyway, yes, I'm going to give him both powers.
Okay.
He's big and scary. I don't... No, let's not. Let's do this more carefully.
So one of your 2 remaining actions firing a single pistol.
Single pistol.
Okay. So... looking for 4s.
Looking for 4s. That's 3 hits.
3 hits.
Marksman still misses.
Okay, so 3 hits, no pen, pen 1, so it goes down to 0, so it takes 3 damage. So he is going to be down to 4 health.
Excellent.
And your last action?
I'm going to shoot the barrel.
Okay, fair enough. Wait, which barrel?
That one. That one right there.
Ah, I see. Right. And you're in range, aren't you?
Yes.
Good. Right, you blow out the barrel. It's going to hit me.
It is going to hit you.
Yep, I am Dex 4.
It's only 2.
Okay, and then +2, so 4 damage. So I will take 4 damage. So we're going to be down to 8 health.
Okay.
Right. All I've got left is that aquatic Strigoi, and I do need to score some actual victory points this game. So he is movement 6 in the water.
Yep.
He's going to go 6 to there.
Yep.
And then with his second move, starting in the water, a further 6.
Okay.
Right round the corner to the very edge if possible. Actually, does that put me within 8 of the edge? I don't think so, does it? But I can get within 8 on the next action. So I'll end here to get the protection bonus.
Okay.
And then next turn I can get there if I'm alive.
Right.
You done some thinking, Dan.
I have, yes. So my adventuring noble is going to start off by issuing a counter command.
Yep.
To the Ottoman archer.
Very good.
Who is going to lob an arrow into that hulking Maori.
Yep.
Dex 4. So I hit you twice.
Okay. Any penetration on this? Cool. So I get my protection of 1.
Yep.
Which I do not make, so I take 2 damage. I've got 2 health remaining.
Yep. Okay. And then for my actual activation, I will go with the fallen dignitary.
Yep.
No, I won't. There's an intricate plan. Not doing that. I will go with the adventuring noble, because he's then starting within 6 of the fallen dignitary. He regenerates his command point.
Very good.
We did realise we made a slight mistake earlier. My noble admiral shouldn't have regained her command point earlier, because she hasn't spent them all.
Yeah, you've got to be.
She's now down to 3.
Yeah, you've got to be on 0 to get any back.
Yep.
Which is fair enough. Okay, so your adventuring noble, did you say? So he gets the command point back.
He gets a command point back.
And what do you want to do with him?
He will then spend that to give himself an extra activation. That's the Patrician's special ability.
Very good.
He's got Counsellor, so on a success, he doesn't even spend a command point.
Oh, very nice.
Doesn't even spend a command point.
Lovely.
Right, he is going to dash 5 over to here, dropping down.
Yep.
Then he's going to dash over to here.
Yeah, so he's what, movement 5?
Yep.
Oh, he can easily get to here. Oh, no. Oh, it's all happening again. Is this chap here?
So I think he can get to about within an inch of you.
I think so, yeah.
But he needs to make a dex roll as he hops down.
Yep.
He passes handily.
Very good.
So no damage taken.
That's 2 actions with charge in the end?
2 actions? No.
No?
No.
Oh, with a magic, with the third action.
Third action. Actually, he's just charging you better.
Protection 1.
I think just charging you might be better.
I think it might be.
Okay.
So you are 4 attacks. Hunter doesn't come into play here because I'm not on a bigger base than you. Dex 5.
Dex 5. Have I got
Will points?
expert defense or anything like that?
Nope, just Hunter and Mage 2.
5s.
Oh.
1 success.
Okay.
Narrowly avoiding fumble.
Yeah, sword is damage +1, so I take 2 damage on my 1 protection, which I winked. I do take 2 damage, so he's down to 5. And that charge was at the bottom of your second action, because it was move and charge.
Move. No.
No?
I couldn't make it into base-to-base with my second action.
Right, got it. So only a single attack. Okay. Over to you. Well, still you.
That was me. So
Yeah.
you're... Oh no, it's all...
I'm literally done. It is all you.
Right, yes. So next up is going to be my fallen dignitary.
Yep.
Who is going to try and charge you.
Yeah, so her guard token will clear.
Yep. She's within 8.
Yep. You got her? I'm trying to hand.
Yep. Let's rush in and let's have some attacks.
Okay.
Has she got expert defense?
She doesn't look like she should. She has expert defense 2. Fine. So 4 attacks, rerolling 2, -1 evasion, so hitting on 4s.
It's on 4s. Can't be wrong.
Yep.
Destiny dice, that's just 3 hits.
3 hits, no penetration modifier, so I'm taking 3 damage. My 1 dice is a fail, so I take 3 damage and I'm down to 2 health.
Yep.
It's looking grim.
Okay.
Okay.
That's quite handy.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I say was going next? The Ottoman archer.
Yep.
She is going to put an arrow into this Hawking Mayorai to try and finish him off.
Yep, as a henchman as well, this is going to get you an agenda if it works.
If it works.
Okay. Dex 4.
Dex 4. That's 2 hits.
2 hits, protection 1, which I have to make, which I do, so I take 1 damage.
Okay.
3 load 2, isn't it?
It hasn't got a reload value.
Oh, even better.
You just shoot that as much as you want. So, how much will has she got?
She has 2.
I want to make sure this. Yes, spend both of them.
Yep.
Shooting murder.
I think even on a crit...
3.
Yeah, he can't crit on 1 dice, so that's going to kill him. Will score you your agenda and get a victory point.
Off her station.
Yep. Oof. Okay.
So now we've just got the Wayfinder
Yep.
and the other note, Seafarer. How healthy or otherwise is your rower?
The ferryman has 6 health. If you do 3 or more damage to him in 1 blow, he falls off the boat.
Well, that would be funny.
You shot him, he's on the boat. He might have fallen off the boat. I'll make a dex roll for him. He passes. Yeah.
Okay, so the Wayfinder is going to do gun laying.
Yep. Which is pick a friendly character within 6 inches of line of sight, and until the end of the next activation, -2 evasion against targets at outer base contact. Yikes.
And he's going to do gun laying on the other noble Seafarer,
Yep.
and is then going to spend another command point to get rid of Get the Ret, because I'm not really throwing anyone in the water, am I?
Very good.
So we'll sort that out later on and come back with results of that.
Yep.
And then the last activation is going to be this noble Seafarer. He's just going to shuffle ever so slightly sideways so she can see your ferryman.
Yep.
And is going to spend... no will, because she's already spent it all.
Oh, well, very, very good.
So that's how that works. Okay, so she's just going to shoot the ferryman.
Yep. Do you reckon I've got any cover here? Or have you got clear line of sight?
I think I've got pretty clear line of sight.
Yeah, alright.
What's your dex?
4.
Okay, that is 4 damage.
Okay. Penetration, etc.
No penetration.
Okay, and I am protection 3. So taking 4 damage, and fumbling the protection rolls, taking 5 damage. He has a health remaining.
And a dex check.
And a dex check.
Blowing clean off the boat.
I mean, I feel like it should, really, shouldn't it? It doesn't. He'd be better off the boat because he'd get protection from being in the water.
Yeah.
No, he grimly stays on the boat with his 1 hit point remaining.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the end of the round.
All right. On to round 3 in a moment.
Absolutely.
Okay. There's still a chance, maybe. I have now completely lost that Vanguard group, so I'm now only on 2 activations to dance. This is more fair than I thought it was.
They did come in like a wrecking ball and do a bit of damage, though.
Yeah, but maybe not enough. I'm going to kick off with my Strigoi here.
Yep.
I've spent a command point from the Noble to give it an extra action. Can you move it 10 inches, which I think puts it in base contact with that Seafarer? So it just flaps straight over there.
You can't really get past me, but you can handily land up here on the bridge.
Yep, and give you something to think about. Now, I could throw you in the water and then charge you and throw you in the water. That might be better than trying to hurt you, actually. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to grapple that Seafarer. So, I am attack 4. I go up to attack 5 because I'm on a larger base than you, and you roll first.
Attack 3. 1 success.
1 success. I'm down to 4 dice. And just see how it goes. Lovely. So I'm going to throw you 4 inches.
You're not the only one who can fly.
Yes. Where's the most awkward place to put you? He's actually quite a good swimmer, isn't he?
He's quite a good swimmer.
Bear with me.
His shotgun is now very damp and isn't benefiting from the gun laying.
Indeed. Let's put you over here. So you can pop him down there for me, please. And splash! And how far is he falling? If you can check the height from the bridge.
From the top of the railings, because you've got to throw me over the railings, that's 5 inches.
So you're taking 3 life points and a falling roll.
What's the falling roll?
Dex roll, you negate 1 damage per ace.
Okay. Noble Seafarer, Dex 4.
Okay,
Do I
so
get a bonus for landing in water as well?
that's why you're ignoring the first 2 inches and taking 3 damage rather than 5.
Okay.
You ignore 3, so you're fine.
Absolutely.
Land with an elegant splash. Then I'm going to charge the next guy and try and throw him off with my third action. So it's move.
That was your attack of opportunity to throw me.
Yep. So I moved 5 into midair, moved 5 to end in base contact,
Gotcha.
threw you, and now with my final action, I'm going to move into base contact and throw you,
Okay.
in theory.
Yep.
Yeah.
And before you do that, I'm going to use a counter command.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Wayfinder, because quite frankly, they aren't going to be in a position to do anything very useful.
Yep.
Next turn, so they may as well use their last command. And my Admiral is going to pop a shot into you.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Re-rolling misses, but I can't re-roll the Destiny dice. That's 3 hits.
Okay.
Pen 1.
Pen 1. So I do have cover there because it's 25% obscured.
Yep.
So I got 1 protection, which I fumble, so I take 2 damage.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Sorry, I take an additional damage even.
Taking additional damage, so I got 3.
Yeah, so I take 4 damage.
4 damage. You are down to 4.
Excellent. Right. My plan to have him score victory points appears to be fading rapidly.
It's a bold plan.
Yes.
You charge in.
Well, now I can do something else with the action if I want, because now I'm much more in peril. That's an idea. Okay, I'm going to... Can you measure 5... Hang on, I can do a tape measure one-handed, just about.
It's okay, I've got it.
So I'm going to go 3 inches, down 2 inches,
Yeah.
and then fall the final inch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfectly safe because you're falling into water.
Into base contact, and I'm going to bite you and try and heal a bit, maybe use you as cover.
Okay.
So I am attack 4, expert defense 2, your dex 4.
Yes, I am. I wasn't ready to go. I almost
Okay.
said
Reroll that for expert defense. So that is 3 damage at pen 5.
3 damage at pen 5. I am protection 3. Pen 5.
Yep, because I came from more than 3 inches above you.
That ain't going to help then.
Nope. What did we say? 3 damage, I think.
3 damage.
Yep.
That is the one with a fetching blue. 1, 2, 3 damage.
And I will heal a life point for vampiric attack.
Okay. Up to 5.
Which, you never know, could matter. But I am in base contact with you, so he's not fleeing this turn. Unless you leave.
Unless I leave.
Yes. You've got a dive knife, haven't you?
I do have a dive knife.
Why did I do this to myself? Yeah.
I mean, if that doesn't work, my friend can just shoot you.
Yeah.
But
My other activation's over here.
Yes.
This aquatic Strigoi here is going to try and suplex the dignitary into the water.
yep.
So I am attack 4. It's in the grapple.
So I'm attack 4 as well.
Yep.
Expert defense, I think, does work on this, doesn't it?
No, it's combat actions.
Oh, okay.
Expert grappler would help.
Because
yeah.
2 successes.
So I'm dropping 2 dice. How much life is this one on?
She is on full life, so she's got 12.
Me. My aquatic Strigoi is on
Strigoi is on 2.
2. Excellent. I will... No, I won't spend it. I'm going to hope for a 7. There we go. 1 ace.
Yep.
I'm just going to pick you up and put you in base contact with me here.
And go down into the water.
Yep, and I was going to drown you, but vampiric attack would be nice to get extra life back. Sorry, what life did you say she's on?
12.
12, yeah, I'm not going to kill you, am I?
Unlikely.
So I will just take a bite and try and get that life point back. So I'm attack 4.
Yep.
Dex 4.
Dex is indeed 4.
Okay, I mean, that's okay. 2 damage. Pen 1, I think.
So protection 4 drops to 3.
Yep. So not a crit, you need 1 additional ace, so you take 1 damage, and I heal 1 health.
Yep. So your 2 goes up to a 3.
Yep.
50.
And I'm done. Do you know what you're doing?
You are done. Right. I think I want to get out of dodge with this little fella. He is going to take a move and climb action. You can't change up halfway up the wall, can you?
No.
So 5 inches over to the wall, and then he's going to try and climb up to here.
Okay, so just needing to succeed. Woo.
We made. Oh, he's got 3 successes.
Yeah, you're fine. So it's if you get 1 or more ace, you move up to your move. You only get bonus move if you crit.
That's fine. Zoom.
Okay, so that's his 2 actions.
That is his 2 actions.
Okay. Right, so I've got my noble, my other aquatic, and my fairy. Oh, and her. Yeah, she's here too. So, my noble is going to move maybe 2 inches toward the wall.
Yep.
She's then going to climb up there, and she's going to spend her climbing tools to auto-crit it.
Okay.
Which is she'll move her remaining move plus 2 inches.
Yep.
So how high is the building, if you can check for me?
The building from the top there is 5 inches.
5 inches.
And it's an inch to get to the wall.
Yep. So 6-inch move, 7 inches in total for the critted climb, so she'll be 1 inch long.
Yep, gets her to about there.
Yeah, and is that within 5 of that rigger?
No.
Okay. Is it going to be time for us to try another chain jump? This time for sure, right?
This time is high stakes because you will fall off. Oh, yeah, it's fine. I realise we're kind of technically off the edge of the map here.
Oh, whatever, it looks cool.
We can't disrupt this. This
Yes.
is cool to not have.
All right, I'm going to try the jump, and I'm going to...
3 times the charm.
Yeah, here we go. Come on, lady. Okay, so she jumps 2 inches in the direction I was aiming. Is that enough to throw her down to the street?
No, it isn't even enough to make it properly to the edge.
Okay. And then she will...
She can climb up and charge me from there.
Yeah, which still a dex roll, which perhaps she can't do. There we go.
Yay!
Hey, good job. Hey. And I'd like to get as far as I can with that movement round to the other side of you, so
that's 1 inch up,
4 inches along
4 inches long, gets back.
in base contact.
Okay.
And I'm...
mentioning my agenda was heroic duel.
Yes.
So I get my last agenda if that leader there can shoot you dead.
Yes, which is possible, but improbable.
You have skylined yourself quite nicely.
Yes. I'm now going to try and bite this rigger.
You're also unfortunately out of range. That's
What's our attack? Is it 4 or 5? I think it's only 4.
3.
So my attack on my noble Strigoi.
You're only 4.
Only 4, but expert defense 3.
Expert defense 3.
So I'm going to spend 2 life points for 2 additional dice.
Okay, it's dropping you down to 11.
Yep, and your rigger's dex was 6, wasn't it?
It is 6.
Yikes. So looking for 6s. Re-rolling those 2. That's a crit already. Okay, that's a pretty good roll.
Yeah, that's...
So that is 6 plus a life point. So 6 damage, and you lose a life point for the crit.
6. Okay, protection 2.
Okay. Taking 6 damage.
6 plus 1, did you say?
You lose a life point for the crit. That bypasses the protection roll entirely.
Yep.
And then you're taking 6 damage to make a protection roll against.
Both of these or die.
Yes. Do you want to try and try or keep that?
That one's failed.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Delicious, and I'll heal 2 life points for eating him.
There we go.
She's finally showed up.
Bite.
That was her done for that group. Over here, I've got my aquatic Strigoi and the ferryman.
Yep.
Let's go with that aquatic Strigoi. So he's going to try and disengage.
Okay.
You are stunned, and I'm +1 dice. So you make your dex roll, your attack. So yeah, dex roll first.
Yep. So dex roll, dex 3 down to 2 for stunned.
In the tray.
There we go. That's 2.
Oh, excellent. Right, and I am dex 5. +1 for being on a smaller base, and then drop 2, so I'm on 4 dice.
Yep.
That's a success.
Yep.
So I will be able to swim away from you.
Yep.
And over to you.
Yep.
As my first action.
Yep.
This aquatic Strigoi is also a bit dinged, I think.
Down to 7 health.
Down to 7 health. But drowning you is more likely to work here. Let's have a bite, see how that goes, and then we'll maybe have another bite or a drown.
Okay.
So I am attack 4.
Yep. I am dex 4.
Okay. That is going to be a crit, so 1 life point, 3 damage at pen 1.
Damage, 3 life. Soaks 1.
So 2 damage, 3 in total.
3 in total.
And I'll heal a life point.
Okay, so your 7 goes up to 8.
Yep, you're still nowhere near dead though, are you?
I've got 8 health remaining.
Yes, I'm still not going to kill you with another attack. So I'm going, or with a drown. So I'm going to bite you again.
Yep.
And try to get some more life back.
Okay.
So looking for 4s again. That's not bad. That is 3 at pen 1.
3 at pen 1. 3.
Okay, and I heal life points.
8 up to 9. 2 up to 9. And 3 damage on me.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that aquatic Strigoi bit her as well, didn't it?
Yes.
So it should have healed her life as well.
2 up to 3 damage.
Yep. Because it's going to matter.
Those two.
Yep, my thrall, my ferryman, who are separate groups.
Yes.
Need a moment to think?
No, I think my adventuring noble is going to issue a counter order to the fallen dignitary.
Okay.
Does use his command point. I'll get it back in a moment.
Yep.
Fallen dignitary is going to try and disengage from one of the aquatic Strigoi.
Yep. So I pick which one I want to roll with.
Yep.
I'm going to pick the one that's got the most health.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 2 life points for +2 dice.
Okay.
So I'm going to be on 6 dice.
Yep.
That's going to be dropping 3 dice, please.
2 dice. Okay.
Okay. Very nice.
He does it.
Yep.
So she circles round to
Yep.
stay best. Right. Then for my actual activation, Cannoneer is going to shoot both Strigoi.
Okay. And you were stunned last turn, so your stun token will clear.
Yep.
Has she activated since she got the stun?
No.
No, so she'll keep the stun through this activation and it'll clear at the end.
Okay.
Right, and you're angling this to hit both Strigoi, but no patricians.
Yes.
Very good.
She's just got out of the way.
Yep. So attack -1 for being stunned.
Yep. So down to attack 2. All of her willpower is long gone.
Yep.
What's your dex?
5.
I've got evasion -1, so that's 2 hits.
2 hits, bonus damage and penetration?
Bonus damage, no, but -4 pen.
Okay, so straight through, so they both take 2 damage.
Okay, 1 and 5. There we go, and for her second activation, how healthy is your rowing chap? Ferryman, he's got 1 left.
Yep.
I'm going to charge him!
Yep. Just running along the gondola.
Yep.
Yep, you're in range, aren't you, to get there? We're not going to try and balance the model on that coffin because it won't work. But go ahead. Your cannon's not two-handed because you bicep curl it.
Yep.
I am Dex 4.
She practices with that.
You are -1 attack still because you're still stunned.
Okay.
So neither of those were relevant for a Destiny dice. That's 2 hits. Damage.
Just straight 2.
Just straight 2. And my protection?
Your protection is 3.
3. He soaks it. But I do get a stun token, so I'll just take it off you and put it on me?
Yeah, there you go. Have one of those,
yeah.
And then I fall in the water.
You can stand the gondola. Oh, you can stand the gondola, I just can't row it because you're too big.
No, I can't.
No?
Because maximum capacity of a gondola is 2 people on
to ride it. So you can still stand in it because it's still an obstacle, I just can't move it because you're too heavy.
Ah, okay.
Which is actually pretty good. If you want to swap it for a gondola, you can... Oh, that works. There we go. Perfect.
Yes.
Right, and now I'd have to disengage if I want to accomplish anything. Okay, how healthy is that Cannoneer?
That Cannoneer, she is pretty beaten up. She has got 5 health remaining.
5 health remaining. That's doable. Let's go with my thrall first. So can you move my thrall 4 inches this way, please?
Okay.
Right, got both? Yeah, you got it, Asia. And she'll shoot the Cannoneer. You will have cover because of me. Perfect. 3 dice, looking for 3s. So that is 3 damage at pen 1, which cancels out the cover.
Protection 2.
Soak 1.
Yep.
So 2 more damage.
3 more will finish her.
Okay, the ferryman's going to have to give it a go because he's not going to escape. So I have fear. I think it's fear -1.
Okay. And mind 2.
So make a mind roll.
Is it modified by 3?
What's the number on it? Is it fear 1 or fear 0?
On the ferryman, fear 1.
So -1 to your dice pool.
Down to a destiny dice alone.
Hey, you're fine. You are not perturbed. Live attack, 3, I think.
Attack is 3.
So,
Stunned.
2 dice. Looking for your dex of 3. That is 2 hits, and I think there's some modifiers on it. Maybe?
+1 damage.
Okay, so 3 damage.
+1 damage, +1 pen.
Okay, so 1 additional protection dice,
Yep.
but 3 damage.
Got 1 success.
So 2 more damage.
2 damage. He ain't dead.
How much left to go?
1 more.
1 more. I'll bonk you on the head again. So another fear roll, please.
Yep.
Ah, there we go. That's better. So now I can reroll my successes, by which I mean the fails.
Yes, okay.
Doesn't need it, so that's going to be 3 more damage at +1 pen.
Needs all of these.
I gave it a good punt, but that is the cannoneer dead, but I had to work for that. And then my stun token will clear.
Yep.
Over to you.
That is all of your activations.
Yes, I do have a counter in my pocket if I want to use it.
Okay.
In fact, just to check, so I affect my decisions, can my noble see my aquatics or my ferryman?
She can see the rearmost aquatic.
Yep,
Yeah, this pile of boxes is in the way of that one, and yes, absolutely can see the ferryman.
very good.
Can't see the fallow.
Makes sense. I assume I can't see my Strigoi either.
No.
Okay,
No, you can't.
fair
There's a
enough.
whole lot of stuff in the way.
Indeed.
How healthy is that Strigoi? Might have to let that one go. Don't like that. But let's have a quick think. That's range 6, so I can do that. Do that. And you're 6 inches apart.
Need a moment to think?
No. So
Okay.
my Noble Admiral is going to spend a command point to order Wayfinder.
Yep.
Wayfinder is going to move there and then gunlay both of them.
Okay. So yeah, 1 free action from the command and then gunlay twice.
Yep.
Very good.
And giving me range 18 with my shotgun.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you wouldn't have. I think my legs are probably going to be cut off, so I should get some cover.
Yeah, you get some cover from that.
Okay.
But before we do that, we'll go down here. We'll stab you with the dive knife.
Makes sense. I am Dex 4.
Dex 4. 2 hits.
Okay.
No modifiers on anything.
So 1 protection, which I fail.
Yep.
So 2 more damage.
2 more damage. Down to 3.
Yep.
Well,
You going to do it again?
yes, but harder. I'm going to spend both will this
That
time.
makes sense. Yep.
That's 3.
3. Well, I've got how much life left?
You have 3.
All right. Okay. So I've got to make this, which I do not. I take 3 damage and he dies. Oh dear.
Well, good work, that seafarer.
Yeah, he did pretty well.
Carried over the side by this scary man bat and just stabbed it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, at that point, I'm going to counter with my Strigoi that I can see, the aquatic Strigoi, so I'll lose a command point.
Yep.
And he is going to move his 6.
Yep.
Is your noble gone yet?
Not yet.
Okay. And I can't see the other one. So 3 to there, 3 to there. And I think I'm going to try and throw the noble out of the way.
Okay.
So, yes, opposed attack, please.
Yep. So grapple, so I need 7, so 2 successes.
Okay, so looking for 2 dice. That's a fumble, which means you get to grapple me.
Ah, how far do I get to grapple you?
I can't remember. Grappling, fumble, target makes a grapple roll using the aces they rolled originally. So you get a 2 ace grapple, so a 4-inch throw.
Over here.
Yep, and on dry land,
All right.
where he doesn't like being. Marvellous. As you were, that was my interruption.
As I was, right. And that is 1 command from you. 1 left.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to move up to the side so I get a better shot.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really matter, but hitting you on Dex 5.
Yep.
looking for 5s. Looking for 4s because of gun laying.
Yes.
That doesn't make any difference.
So 1
1
modifiers.
2 damage, so 3 damage.
3 damage, protection 4,
Protection 4.
1 for cover.
Yeah.
So taking 2 damage and ignoring it all. Well, ignoring all either anyway.
Yeah.
Really good roll.
And ignores it.
Yep.
You know what? I think we may have to change our plan here. Okay, so that's that done. The adventuring noble is going to use his... So adventuring noble is going to activate.
Yep.
Gains his command point because he's within range of the sight of the dignitary.
Yep.
And is then going to promptly try and use his sword to chop up the Strigoi in the water in front of him.
That makes sense. Dex 5.
And Dex 5, that's 2 hits.
Okay, plus 1 damage.
Adventuring noble, yep, so 3 damage.
1 protection, which I fail, so I take 3 damage, and that will kill him.
1 left, yep. And then I move 5, which I think...
Well, you only threw me 4 inches, so...
I have to go bound my person.
That's true, yes.
So let's have a charge there.
Yep.
Dex 5, you say?
Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate. 1 hit.
1 hit.
2 damage.
I fail, so 2 damage.
Damage down to 3.
Yep.
Foreign dignitary is going to have a charge.
Yeah.
And then attack twice.
Where do you want to be?
I
mean, you can move yourself, can't you?
Does it?
No.
There.
Right.
Yep.
Dex 5, your evasion -1, I think, so it doesn't make any difference. You're hitting...
Foreign dignitary, evasion -1, yes.
Yep. So 3 damage.
That's... Oh, and she also has expert defense, so she'll re-roll that one. There we go.
4 damage. 1 protection, which I fail, so 4 damage will finish him off.
Which is that one.
Oh dear, it's like stabbing fish in a barrel.
Yep. And then she will spend her other action to just move up these steps here and get further away from the water.
Very good.
That's you gone, you gone. I've just got the archer and the admiral. The archer is going to shoot you.
Yep.
Yeah, you probably have some cover from there.
Okay.
I'll shoot you, and if that doesn't work, I'll shoot you again.
Makes sense. It's been a plan so far, hasn't it? Dex 4, so that's 3.
Yep.
Protection 3 goes up to 4.
Yep.
I make 2, so I take 1 damage, which will kill him.
Has 1.
Oh, it's looking a bit grim now.
Okay, then the noble admiral. You know what? Let's burn 2 command points. No, not 2 command points, 2 will points. Gonna shoot you really hard.
Gonna give me both barrels from 18 inches away. So Dex 5.
Dex 5. No modifiers.
Okay.
So expert marksman 2 though, so I get 2 rerolls on this.
Okay.
That's a miss.
That can be re-rolled.
Rerolled. There we go. 5 hits.
Okay, so penetration.
Penetration 1 plus 3 damage. That's 8 damage.
Okay, 8 damage. Cover cancels out. So taking 8 and soaking 2, so I take 6 damage.
6 damage.
Ow.
5 left.
Right, good.
And that is all of my people gone.
Marvellous. Right, on to round 4. It might be academic, but we'll see if I can escape with somebody.
Yeah.
Round 4. I've not got a lot left. I have lost this, but I'm going to see if I can escape with my dignity intact, at least. So, my noble is going to activate. My thrall is the same gang, so she can't activate at the same time.
Yeah.
So my noble has moved, and moved again to the very edge of that railing here, and she's going to make a jump. Okay?
Okay.
She's going to make it.
I believe in her.
I believe in her. I think it's finally time for her to be somebody. So she is going to leap gracefully 4 inches and land on that railing. So I need 2 aces for 5 dice, which you would think would be easy.
I think 3 aces will probably ease the landing as well, because you can angle it down a bit.
Yes. Can you pass me a couple of my dice, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. There we go. Right. I just need 2. It's not a crit. It's 1 ace.
That's not a fail.
No, it's just a 3-inch jump in the direction I was aiming, which is to there.
Yes.
And then she falls, and she falls a distance of 6 inches. She takes 4 damage.
Yep.
She ignores 2 of them, so she takes 2 damage. She's down to 3. That was her third action. And she'll spend her command point to use Necrotic Mist, so while she has cover, she can't be targeted from more, she's invisible from more than 6 inches away. Water gives you cover, so she just sinks, I think, and feels sorry for herself.
Oh dear.
Yes, quite.
Oh dear.
Your activation.
Activation. So, my noble admiral, who has, I believe, 1 willpower left,
Yes.
needs to get to within 6 of you. So she is going to try and chain jump off this bridge just down here
Okay, so you can show me how it's done?
onto the jetty.
So 4 inches, so 2 aces.
Yep. And she is going to spend her will on this.
Yep. Oh, that's how it's done.
There we go.
So jump to here.
Yep.
And then chain what direction?
Chain jump. Where do I need to be for 6 inches of you?
And that was both her will points gone?
That was
Her last remaining point
her
even?
last point gone.
Yep.
So I think if she gets down here, that's within 6, isn't it?
Oops. Yes.
Yeah, so she's just going to try and jump down to there.
Makes sense.
If she flubs it, she can always walk.
Yep. She flubs it. So she jumps 2 inches from where she was, so to here.
Yep.
2 inches gets you to about here.
Yeah. Movement 4. And then she'll walk down.
Yep, which will still get you in range.
Yeah. And then
And you can see me.
shot into you.
Yes.
Attack 4.
Yep, can't be both barrels this time, but might not need it.
No.
Dex 5.
Three hits.
Yep.
Expert marksman. 3 hits.
3 hits.
Pen 1.
Pen 1 will cancel out the cover, so I'll be on 4 dice. I negate none of it. I take... How much damage, sorry?
How much have you got left?
3.
4.
Yeah, so she is dead.
And that fulfills the heroic duel.
It does.
Okay.
With my last activation, my thrall is going to reconsider her life choices, jump into the canal and swim away.
Fair.
Good game.
Let her go there.
Well played again.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun, and
Good.
it turned out to be quite decisive, I think.
Yes, I'm going to get 0 victory points. So my gang was thoroughly put in their place, trying to get past that unbreakable gun line. Start of it, I thought, this is really unfair. I get 3 activations in a row. But actually, as you said, it really... If you don't do enough damage to start to fix the activation advantage early, it obviously quickly becomes in your favour, because I get 3 in a row and then your entire gang goes.
Yeah. I think you ended up, because of the deployment, kind of almost forced to come at me piecemeal as well.
Yeah. Which when you could surgically remove this threat, then that threat, and so on.
Yeah. And I've heard people say that almost playing doctors the way people want to play vampires and playing vampires the way you want to play doctors
Yes.
is the way to do it, where you kind of work well if you can sneak around and then do like a targeted assassination to take off an isolated character.
Yeah.
But not very few of my people actually ended up isolated over here.
Yeah, I mean, you never left your deployment zone. You didn't need to.
No, you actually came to me.
Yes, swimming and running through barrels. Sorry, your rigger did. Your rigger bravely went forward.
Yeah.
I think your pirates did as well. But for the most part, you definitely stayed in your territory, which is obviously the way to play. How did you find the mission?
It was interesting. It did feel quite scary, thinking actually all you need to do is run past me, and some of your characters were scary fast, especially with the gondola.
Yeah.
I think you may have almost been better served trying to dive on turn 2 and just row up, and then turn 3 row up and torpedo.
Yeah, maybe force you to turn around.
Yeah.
That might have been a better shout.
As it was, they came up. They came at me a bit piecemeal.
Yeah.
I got very lucky on some key rolls as well. People falling in the drink at inopportune moments.
The noble Strigoi was a disappointment. Let's go with that. Well, she got to something. She did some damage, but just how many jumps did I try? How many 4-inch jumps did I try?
She failed 4 from 4.
Yes, which is not great, but it's a dice game. It happens. Yeah, really fun game. So obviously this is a win for the narrative.
Absolutely.
So you have firmly stopped the Strigoi nest from escaping. Part 2 of the scenario will be coming up shortly. I think we're going to be releasing these about once every couple of weeks, give or take. But you'll get a minor advantage in it, because the way the campaign works, there's no leveling up or permanent death or anything. It's just whoever won the last scenario gets a slight bonus. Any thoughts to add?
I mean, I was really excited to try magic. It's the first time I've got to use magic.
Did you?
I didn't actually use any. I was really looking forward to doing Gateway, which would let me teleport a character within 1 inch up to 8 inches.
Oh, that's good.
So I could have, you've nearly made it off. Let's teleport you away.
Yes.
But as it was.
Oh, you can do it to me?
Yes.
Oh, I see. As it turned out, you didn't need to do that.
Yes, it's like, I'm in a fine position to do this on the aquatic Strigoi, but you've only got 1 health left, so I'll just stab you instead.
Yeah. And of course, I obligingly grappled myself back to where I started rather than going past you in the first place. Are you taking the adventuring noble in the next game?
No, I'm not.
You're not, so we'll try to find out what magic does in a later game then, I guess.
Well, we'll see.
Yes.
Don't want to do too many spoilers, but yes, it will be fun.
Cool. Well, if you guys want to watch that, obviously make sure you do the normal YouTube stuff. Make sure to subscribe, click notification bells so you get the notification, like, comment, and so on so it gets to more people. That's all always appreciated. If you want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can do so. We have our Patreon. Patreon is main thing you get is a warm, fuzzy feeling for giving us money, because we don't want to gatekeep any content behind a paywall. So you don't actually get anything out of it, but it is hugely appreciated. We have an affiliate link with Firestorm Games. They do sell the whole Carnevale range at, I think, 10% off RRP. And anything you buy through them, we get a bit of a kickback, which is quite nice, and goes straight into buying more terrain.
Gorgeous scenery.
Yeah, which I think definitely... I can't be too sad about losing, because the game looks good, basically. I was saying a moment ago, I think I've lost most of my games, but I've never had a bad game with Carnival, and the fact that it looks so good is part of that. So if you want to see more pretty games, yeah, use that Firestorm link, have a look at our Patreon, and so on. I think that is everything.
That is.
Yeah, so it's goodbye from me, Alex.
Goodbye from me, Dan.
And we'll see you soon.
Goodbye from the barrel.